and welcome to Old Man Wants a Drone. This is an update to the update of the K1 Shield. This guy right here. All right, so what's been going on? Everyone knows that when you upgraded from Android 6.0 to Android 7.0 Nugent, guess what? The DJI GO 4 app started to crash, and it was happening intermittently. So this is what I tried. I tried number one, enabling USB options, or developer mode, right? And that did not work. USB debugging, excuse me, in developer mode. That didn't work. Number two, I tried app optimization in Nividia Shield for the DJI GO 4 app. That didn't work. I tried downloading different versions of, upgrading the versions to DJI GO 4. I think I did 2 of them. That didn't work. I did a factory reset. That didn't work. I re-downloaded DJI GO 4 app under the factory reset. That didn't work. So all these things didn't work. The only option was to roll it back to a different operating system. And let me kind of go through how you do that. I ended up going downgrading to the first original version. I think it's Android 5.1.1. That's either Marshmallow or a Kit Kat. I'm not too sure which it is. And then it upgraded itself OTA to the 6.0, and that's where I'm stopping, right? And the reason why I did that, because I started out doing the 6.0 upgrade, and I don't know, I don't think it was working, and I didn't either that or I didn't wait long enough, so I kind of redid it and did the different operating system. So let me show you how I did it, where I went, and hopefully this may help you. So give me a second here, and I'm going to move over to the other site. All right, so first of all, let's go through. I hope everyone knows. Let's start with this. We'll start with the tablet itself. All right. You need to go into settings, okay, and then about tablet. And right now you can see I'm back on Android 6.0. But the way you get to USB debugging, see where it says build number? You click on that 7 times, and that will automatically get you to developer mode. And once you're in developer mode, you'll see a new option called Developer Options, and then you turn on USB debugging. That's the simple of it. Okay, so that's what you need to do. So how do you get back to this Android 6.0? Turn on USB debugging first. That's kind of a priority. So let's go over here. You need to go to first of all, I went to developer.nvidia.com/GameWorks download, and I downloaded the 2016 September 22nd. That would be the 6.0 version, and I couldn't get it to work. I don't know why. Maybe when it was reflashing at the end when it was rebooting, I didn't wait long enough, but it didn't seem like it was coming up. So I went all the way back down here. For me, I downloaded into a directory that I called K1. This Windows file, I went back to 2015, December 22nd, the NVIDIA factory image, the very first one, and I downloaded that. So that's what I did, and I created a directory for that. And then there are, back over here in instructions, it brings up these instructions to what you need to do. But the first thing you need to do is unlock the bootloader. And I tried their instructions down here, unlocking the bootloader, and I couldn't get it to work. Okay, let me backtrack 1 second. Before you can do any of this, you need to have the ADB files, the USB drivers. You need this. Right? You need to have the USB drivers for fastboot and ADB and the ADB programs as well. So the easiest way to get those, and I put them in a separate directory, and then I moved the files over that I needed in the directory that I downloaded the the zip file from with the files in it, and I'll show you that. I went to this site here called NvidiaShieldZone.com. I'll leave that up for a second so you can see it. /shield-tablet/root/shield-tablet-root-shield-v1-marshmallow/. Wow, that's a mouthful. Great site. Showed you how to do a lot of stuff. And this is where I downloaded the ADB and fastboot files. Okay. And then I couldn't get their version to work. All right. So I used this set. When I say their version to unlock the bootloader, I ended up using this procedure here. I did this prep, right? And then I did the root procedure, and root procedure down here for number 3 is the unlocking of the bootloader. Number 3 does that. So once you get the right files, the ADB files and the USB files, basically USB driver and for fastboot installed correctly, you'll be able to see your device. And then what you do is you go back over here, okay? Once you successfully unlock the bootloader, you can go into, you can just do this, turn off the device, and press down the volume down and power button, and it will load into the OS bootloader version, okay? And then you'll show you that your bootloader is unlocked, and then you plug it into your PC. All right, and then I would highly suggest doing what I did. I went over here to my files, and these are the files that I actually had in the directory prior to running all the commands, right? I needed this ADP file, the 2 DLLs that go with it, the ADD program, and then the fastboot program, and the rest of the files are from the version 5.1 zip file that I unzipped into this directory. Okay, so those are the files that I had on my system that I actually reflashed the operating system with. So let's go back. All right, so I went back through the original commands, and all you really need to do is, once your PC is connected, you run this set of commands. Okay, you don't need to run the fastboot erase user data if you don't want to. Not needed. You can skip that step because you can just keep the user data on the system. Don't need to do that. And then it will flash the operating system, and it will stay in that bootloader mode, okay? And then you'll see that you pressed down to reboot. You move the volume control to kind of scroll down to reboot, and you reboot the system. It'll come up to the splash screen. You have to wait about, I would say, about 3 minutes. That's what I didn't do with the 6.0, 3 to 5 minutes. I didn't think it was working, so I think that's why my I got impatient and it didn't take. So when I waited when I did the 5.1.1 upgrade or downgrade, that definitely worked. I waited about 5 minutes. If you have any problems, you can call Nividia Tier 2 tech support, the Shield Tier 2 tech support, and their number is 408-486-2000. That's 408-486-2000. They're located in Santa Clara, so that is California, so that would be Pacific Standard Time, and they are going to be extremely helpful to help you get past whatever issue you had. I thought I bricked it when I first did it, and it didn't come up, and I called them, and they let me know that you have to wait 3 to 5 minutes on the reboot, and once you do that, and I went through the commands and did it again and did the reboot and waited this time, and that worked. So I upgraded to 5.1.1, and then I had the OTA to upgrade to this Marshmallow or I think that's 6.0.1. And that's what I did. Worked. Good to go. So follow those steps, and hopefully don't be too shy. Even if you do what I did and kind of brick it, it's easily unbricked if you call tech support and you need some help to pull through it. But I highly suggest when that NVIDIA splash screen comes up, just sit there and wait for about 5 minutes. And also, it might be helpful that you have that plugged into a power supply at that point. Make sure you had enough battery to kind of go through that process of the reboot. So hopefully that helps, and yeah, be fine. See you guys later.